So the first game is going to be Roulette. It's a fitting first game because it was thought to be the first and oldest casino game ever. So what we're going to do is learn the rules to the game. How you're going to do that is by getting your guide, which should be printed out in the lab, or you can print it out yourself down here. Should look like this. So the first thing you're going to do is describe the wheel and the general rules of the game, like how's it played and what's going on. You can find that stuff right here, Roulette Rules. So just follow this link, that'll take you to this one. It'll explain the general rules of the wheel, the table, what's going on, and then we'll get to the actual bets. So in terms of odds versus payout odds, you want to read about this, see why they're different, and then we're going to talk about betting. So what we're going to do here is list all the bets, describe what they mean, and then see the payout odds. So for example, red, the description of the red bet is the one that includes all numbers. So what we're putting here is which numbers does it include? What are we including when we make a red bet? And then what are the payout odds? So you can find all that information right here. Red is a red number. The payout odds are even. That means it's paid 1-to-1. If you bet $10, you win $10. So that's just a quick description of the bet here and the payout odds. Then there's a few rules here that you can read about, and then we're going to talk about probability. So this one's a little different because, as you can see, it's the same bets, obviously, because those are the bets that you can make here. But what we're going to do in this table is say, where should I place my chip to make that bet? So a red, which we know from the table above, that includes all of the red numbers. But your chip placement, what you're going to do is place it on the red section of the outside bets. So if we look here, here's the red. That's where you would place your chip. It's an outside bet, and you're placing your chips here. For more help with where to place those chips, there are two videos right here. For outside bets and inside bets, those are just two YouTube videos that are describing how to make those bets. So if you need more help with where to place your chip for those bets, then that's where you want to go. And then the last part is probability of winning. So this is different than the payout odds. Payout odds, that tells you if you win, how much you're going to get paid versus how much you bet. But we're just talking about the probability of winning here. So as you can see here then, for a red bet, there are 18 ways to win a red bet. That is because there are 18 red numbers. It's half of 1 to 36. 1 to 36, half of them are red. That's 18. So 18 ways you can win out of 38 possibilities is 18 out of 38. Why are there 38 when there's only 36 numbers? That's because of 0 and double 0. So you can see it pays out even, but you win less than half the time. But I reduced 18/38 to 9/19, but that's where it came from. 18 ways to win out of 38 total options. So that's what you want to do for all of these. Where should I place my chip to make this bet? And then what are the odds? What's the probability of actually winning that bet? Lastly, why does the law of averages tell us that the house always wins? It's a saying you'll hear that means the casino always ends up winning more money in the end than the combined players at the casino. So there's a lot of people playing, and they play all day. There's a lot of trials. Compare your probability of winning with the payout odds and help explain why that means that the casino is always going to win here. And then finally, now that you know the rules of the game, consider the probabilities, consider the payouts, and then determine your playing strategy. Describe here how you would play, and then provide evidence. Don't just make up something like, oh, I just throw chips here and there. Actually base it off the probabilities and provide evidence why you think that that's the best way to play.